When you're looking for ways to save energy around your home, windows often rise to the top as a way to improve your home and stop air leaks.
There are many myths about energy loss concerning windows. So first, we need to understand why people assume that windows are a major source of energy loss.
To do that, we've constructed this model house out of foam. The foam works like insulation inside the walls of your home.
And we've also constructed a little mini window here it's a double pane out of cellophane with tin foil and cardboard as its base. And I'm going to tuck that right in here as well.
Now, we have this candle here, and that's going to act as our heat lamp, our furnace in our home. Now we're going to take a look through a thermal camera to take a look and see what we have.
You can see the brighter colors where the heat may be escaping through and around the windows and walls, especially around the window there.
It's easy to guess that many of the myths for windows have to do with the window being an area that causes significant heat loss.
Let's take a look at some of those myths. Myth number 3. Replacing old windows with new energy-saving varieties is the best way to see quick energy savings. Myth number 4. Covering old windows in plastic is the only way to stop leaking windows.
Our construction expert, Joe Greathouse, is back with us again to explain why these myths are wrong. And Joe, let's start with the first one. It's fine to replace windows, but these aren't the only way to save energy, right?
Exactly right. Like we talked in the first segment about insulation and air sealing. Those are the first two things that you should do. Certainly windows would be a close third, but please stay in that order, making sure airtight, insulation, then look at windows.
And there's substantial savings we can get through replacing our windows, right? And you've got a couple examples to talk about here.
Absolutely, especially with older windows, it might be single pane glass, very inefficient. So let's start with this one here though. You can see that there's 2 panes of glass in this window called a double pane. And in between those 2 panes of glass is a sealed air chamber. And that air chamber has argon gas inside it. Argon gas is certainly a better insulator than natural air, as well as has the ability to keep moisture out. In addition to the glass that you see, there's a coating on the exterior side of that glass called a low emissivity spray. And basically emissivity is the amount of reflection off of the glass that keeps the solar gain out of the home. If we go to this model here, this is definitely a higher end model. You can see it's got 3 sheets of glass, 2 insulating panels in it. Same philosophy as that there. Also would have the low E coating on the outside.
Now again, some terrific windows, and I know you've got a mock-up here, Joe.
Yep.
And it's great to get a terrific new window, but a second myth, you know, okay, if I have an old window, I can just put up a plastic sheet and that can take care of it, but we've got to be concerned about the seal, right?
That's right. So this mock-up here shows what a new construction as well as a remodel type application might look like for a window installation. And so you can see the wood structure around it is built such that it is bigger all the way around than the window itself, because we want to isolate the structure from the actual window. And that gap that surrounds it all the way around needs to be taken care of in terms of air sealing and thermal. So a good product for that might be a foam or a caulking for there.
Well, again, and that gets to the point about making sure, you know, we can all go out and check our windows in terms of the seals, the caulking, to make sure that we aren't allowing that air to go through. Might have a great window, but it doesn't do us any good if we got a bad seal.
You're exactly right. Yep.
And talk a little bit about, we all know about R value, but you were saying about U value on windows.
So windows are a little bit different. They're not given to the consumer in an R value. Instead, they're given to in a U value. And the U value for this particular window is a 0.31. And how you translate that into R values, divide that into 1. So 1 over 0.31 would yield approximately an R 3.5 for this window. Now we compare that to the fiberglass insulation that we have below, which in a 2x4 wall assembly like this, we might see an R13. So this wall is almost 4 times as efficient in terms of keeping it thermally controlled than say a window is. So again, focusing on insulation, air movement, that's number 1 and number 2, followed closely by window efficiencies.
And again, that goes back to what we talked about, you know, the small investment that a homeowner might make in terms of caulk, some sealant around, and their time, but it's well worth it.
Oh, absolutely is. Yep.
Joe, a lot of great information, and if you'd like more information about making your windows more energy efficient, go to our website at powerhousetv.com.